Good morning, lady and gentlemen. I am Victoria. Welcome to International Economics Desk. Today is the 14th of February, which is the Valentine Day. So, we have two special guest speakers. Normally, we invite only one guest speaker. But today is Valentine Day. Two guests were invited. The first speaker is Dr. Chris Brown, the head of BK Hospital.
Good morning.
Second speaker is Dr. Banter Owen Concord, the head of Rural Development Organization.
Good morning.
Our topic today is the debate on the issue of the increasing tax of cigarette and alcohol in Thai society. Recently, the government just released the new policy of increasing tax of cigarette and alcohol. Therefore, today we will discuss the pros and cons of this policy. Firstly, shall I ask Dr. Chris, in your opinion, why the government published this policy?
I think the first reason is to earn more income for country through increasing tax. However, government is clever that they choose to increase the tax of cigarette and alcohol. They can kill two birds with one stone. Firstly, they can earn more income from that tax. According to estimated statistic, the government will earn at least 10,000 million baht per year from this policy. Secondly, by increasing the tax, cigarette and alcohol will increase in price, resulted in the slow consumption. It is logic if we use the free market theory. When the price of a product increase, the demand will get low.
Do you mean the people will stop consuming cigarette and alcohol if the prices of these two products increase?
Well, that could be the result. As the price is high, the number of consumption will be decrease, as we can see from the news recently. The number of cigarette and alcohol decrease in quite a lot. When people stop consuming cigarette, they will get both benefit for themselves and the economic system of the country.
In what way?
The first benefit that they will get is their own health and their own life safety. According to the study of my hospital, mostly the accident cases are due to the drunk drivers. Thus, if the number of alcohol consumption decreases, the number of accident will decrease as well. The health of each individual will be better as well, which they do not have to spend too much money on liver cancer or lung cancer. Additionally, if citizens stop consuming cigarette and alcohol, they can save the money from buying those two products to use in order fields. According to free market theory, the money will flow through the country and help boost the economics. Finally, it will help to decrease the poverty.
It sounds that this policy brings a lot of benefit for the society and citizen. What about you, Dr. Banter Owen? What do you think about this policy?
Is that too easy to think like that? How can we be sure that when the price increases, the consumption will decrease?
What do you mean by that?
We choose our own observation. A decade ago, the price of the cigarette keep increasing gradually from 35 baht, then 55-60 baht, and until 70 baht per box nowadays. Talking about the price of the alcohol, it has also increased gradually since decade ago until now. However, if we take a look at the statistic of number of people who consume these two products does not decrease, in other way, it keeps increasing. We can compare this to the case of illegal drug. Even though they drug increase the price from 50 baht to 300 baht per template, the number of user never decrease.
So, what will happen next? It sounds that the policy seems to lead to many negative consequences.
Most of people who are addicted in cigarette and alcohol are the poor people. They never stop consuming even though the price of these two products increase. According to the research, Thailand is the fifth most country which citizens consume a huge amount of alcohol. There are at least 65 million of people are addicted with alcohol due to fundamental social factors such as family, education and so on. As they are addicted to these two products, they will try to find money to buy it even though their average incomes are not suitable enough to buy it. They will get poorer and poorer, and the condition of their families also under suffering. For the rich, they will never get any effect from this policy.
It seems like this policy is not helping people, but it seems to be the cause to increase the poverty rate. Why the governments do not think about it before they publish the policy? What do you think, Dr. Chris?
Actually, current government has published many populist policies in purpose of helping the middle class, such as the policy of first car, the policy of rice pawn, and so on. Government needs a lot of money to support this policy. So, They decide to increase the tax of these two products in the belief that the public will support them.
But this policy does not really help to boost the economic, but instead cause the problem of poverty and the freeze in economics system. What is your solution on this problem, Dr. Bantaroan?
The problem can be solved using the theory of welfare economics. To solve the economics problem, not thinking about the numbers, money, supply and demand is not enough. Economics is the interdisciplinary field of study. We need to focus about the social factors and the people in the society as well to solve the problem. If we need to solve the problem of poverty, we need to find the root causes of the problem. Why people become poor? By using the theory of three dimensions: freedom, morality, and consensus, we can gradually solve the problem of poverty.
Well, I can conclude from Dr. Bantaroan's idea that instead of creating too much populist policy, the government should spend the money on development, the social and welfare system. This can solve the root problems of drug addiction, educational problem, and poverty very well. In addition, it can be said that the policy of increasing tax of alcohol and cigarette is not really suitable with Thai society. Instead of increasing tax of these two products, it is better to change the whole tax system and increase the tax of brand name products instead. This can help the rich to spend more money, and finally that money will flow through the system. Finally, the economics system will get better. Well, thank you so much Dr. Chris and Dr. Bantaroan for joining us today. We have learned a lot from two of you today. Hope to see you again later. Ladies and gentlemen, we have already come to the end of the program. I am Victoria, International Economics Desk's 14th February. Goodbye. See you again at the same time.